Within the silence of the mountains, where the air is crisp and the sky stretches endlessly, a young adult finds themselves in search of peace, wrestling with the weight of a world that never pauses. The cacophony of city life echoes in their mind, a relentless rhythm of expectations, demands, and an unyielding sense of inadequacy. Here, amid the towering peaks and lush valleys, lies the hope of tranquility. Yet, the path to inner peace is fraught with the turbulence of unresolved emotions and unspoken fears. As they step into this new landscape, each breath feels unfamiliar, a sharp contrast to the stale air of the metropolis they left behind. In the city, the noise had masked their pain. Now, it surfaces like sediment stirred from the depths of a still pond. The serene beauty surrounding them is both a balm and a challenge. It invites reflection while simultaneously demanding courage to confront what has long been buried. Days pass in quiet observation. The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant call of birds become the soundtrack of their journey. They wander through meadows adorned with wildflowers, their colors vibrant against the backdrop of majestic mountains. Yet serenity eludes them. Each moment of stillness invites thoughts of failure and anxiety, the echoes of past decisions haunting their solitude. The pressure to succeed felt relentless, and the fear of disappointment intertwines with the beauty around them, creating a discordant symphony that resonates within their heart. One afternoon, while resting by a crystalline stream, the person watches the water dance over rocks, carving its own path with unwavering determination. A revelation begins to unfurl. Like the water, they too can navigate the obstacles in their life. But how? The innate wisdom of the mountains calls to them, whispering secrets of resilience and grace. Here, amidst nature's embrace, they confront the narratives that have shaped their existence. The mountain community, warm and inviting, embodies a rich tapestry of culture and philosophy that starkly contrasts the sterile ambition of urban life. As they walk among the villagers, the teachings of simplicity and mindfulness reveal themselves in fleeting conversations, exchanges rich with life lessons. The elders speak softly of the importance of being present, of finding joy in the mundane. Each story shared is a brushstroke on the canvas of their understanding. With each passing day, the realization dawns that they have been living at a distance from their true self. In that moment, they experience a fleeting sense of liberation, a glimpse of who they might become if they embrace their authenticity. However, beneath the surface, the storm remains. The inner turmoil they carried from the city lurks like a shadow, ready to engulf their newfound light. Just as the beauty of the mountains offers solace, it also brings clarity. The person begins to grapple with their fears. What if this peace is fleeting? What if they cannot sustain this newfound connection to self? Questions linger like the heavy fog that sometimes blankets the peaks, obscuring their vision and stirring doubt. In quiet moments of solitude, they reflect on the stories shared by the elders, how the mountains are not just a refuge but a mirror, reflecting they must embrace vulnerability and authenticity, for it is through acceptance that true strength is found. The journey was not merely about escaping their problems, but rather about welcoming them, understanding that the path to serenity lies in the heart of the chaos. The mountains, with their towering peaks and serene valleys, beckon the person to delve deeper into their own heart, to question their choices and the fear that has held them captive. The retreat was not an end, but an invitation to explore the depths of their soul and to engage with the lessons the mountains have to teach. With the dawn of a new day, an ember of hope ignites within, illuminating the path ahead. Trade the cacophony of the city for the quiet wisdom. This initial retreat has laid the groundwork for deeper. It was as if the mountains stood as sentinels, observing the struggle of a soul caught in a web of uncertainty. Just then, the master continued, what if peace is not something to be found, but something to be embraced within the chaos? This question pierced through the fog of confusion, awakening a flicker of realization. The young adult felt the ground beneath them shift, not physically, but within the very core of their being. They had been searching for an escape, a haven where the noise of life would cease. But perhaps the journey lay not in retreating from the world, but in accepting its inherent turbulence. As the elder sat beside them, the person found themselves sharing their fears, the relentless pressure to succeed, the fear of judgment, the nagging feeling of never being enough. With each word spoken, the burden began to lighten, as if the act of voicing their struggles allowed the light. The idea of flowing, adapting, and embracing change felt foreign yet liberating. The river did not cling to the rocks it encountered, it simply. This question stirred something deep within, igniting a flicker of courage. The young adult realized that their longing for peace had often been intertwined with a desire for control, a control that had only led to frustration and despair. In that moment, the realization settled in like the first gentle snowfall of winter, soft and transformative. They understood that peace was not a destination, but a state of being, one that could be cultivated amidst the chaos of life. With this understanding, the young adult felt a shift within, a gradual release of the burdens they had carried for so long. As the days passed, the teachings of the elder resonated within them, guiding their actions and thoughts. They began to observe the villagers with new eyes, recognizing the grace in their simplicity. Each moment became a lesson in mindfulness, a practice of being present to the unfolding of life. The once overwhelming weight of expectations began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of belonging that had eluded them for so long. One afternoon, as they joined the villagers in tending to the gardens, their hands immersed in the rich soil, they felt the connection to the earth grounding them. The act of nurturing life mirrored their own journey of self-discovery. They were no longer merely a spectator, they were part of a greater tapestry, woven together by shared experiences and mutual understanding. The river's metaphor continued to unfold in layers, revealing the importance of adaptability and resilience. The young adult learned to navigate their emotions as the river navigated its course, understanding that the currents of joy and sorrow were both essential for growth. They began to embrace the ebb and flow of their feelings, allowing themselves to feel deeply without the fear of being overwhelmed. As the seasons changed, so did they. The mountains that once felt imposing now felt like allies, witnessing their transformation. The young adult stood atop a hill one morning, gazing out at the vast landscape, and for the first time, they felt a sense of peace wash over them, not as a fleeting moment, but as an enduring presence within. They understood that life would always have its challenges, but they now possessed the tools to navigate them with grace. In that stillness, a profound truth crystallized within them. Peace is not the absence of turmoil, but the acceptance of life's inherent unpredictability. It is the ability to flow like the river, to embrace change, and to find beauty in the journey itself. As they descended the hill, a gentle breeze carried the scent of wildflowers, and the laughter of villagers echoed in the distance. The young adult felt a renewed sense of purpose, a commitment to live authentically, and to embrace each moment fully. They had come to the mountains seeking refuge, only to discover that the true journey lay within. But what happens when this understanding is not enough? When you need to confront the shadows that still linger, waiting to be illuminated? If this resonated with you, please like and share this story.